ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य तोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेषुभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजता दधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहेतुकी। So before we start, there is an announcement that Gita class will be tomorrow 10:30 instead of Sunday. We are reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 6, verse number 19. So these are continuation of the prayers of the Devas to Sri Krishna, who visited him in Dwarka. And in the previous slokas we read about various activities, characteristics of the avatars and specifically of Krishna. And it was established that he is Purushottama, which means he is beyond Purusha avatars. So the prayers or the stutis, they have certain purpose, and one of them is here in Bhagavatam to establish Bhagavan as supreme, especially Sri Krishna. So certain things are spoken directly and some are spoken indirectly. Srutena arthena chanjasa, said in Bhagavatam earlier, that dasmasya vishuddhyartham navanamihi lakshanam. So the whole purpose is to explain the 10th item, which is Ashraya Tattva Sri Krishna, and for that other 9 have been explained. And Varniyanti Mahatmana, they describe this Tattva sometimes directly, sometimes by Lakshana, sometimes by Vyanjana. So here in the previous verse, this characteristic of Bhagavan Sri Krishna was shown, that how he is not controlled by anything except by Priti. And whether it is Prakrit Kam or Aprakrit Kam, that does not disturb or agitate him or attract him. So that was spoken in the previous verse. Now this is the last verse of their prayers. Vibhavyas tavamrit katho davahas trilokya padavnej sarita samalani hantum anushravam srutibhrangri jamanga sangais tirthadvayam suchisadantam upasprashanti. So tirthadvayam suchisada te upasprashanti. So he says that there are 2 tirthas, 2 holy places here in this material world, which people who are pure-hearted, suchisada, so they take advantage of this, or they take dip in it, they utilize it, upasprashanti. And these 2 are Tav Kathamrita, Udvaha, Trilokya, and Padavnej Sarita. So there are 2 rivers, because Tirtha, the word Tirtha, holy place, Tirtha is also used for Guru. Tirtha also means holy water. So he says that these 2 holy rivers, they are capable of destroying the impurities of people. So what are these 2? One is Kathamrita. So Tab Kathamritam, Tapta Jivanam, Kavi Bhiraditam. So this Katha Amrita, Tab Amrit Katha, Udvaha, it is compared like a Sarita, river. So just like the river flows, like that Katha also flows by Guru Shishya Parampara. And the other one is the river which has originated from the footwash of Sri Krishna or Vamandev, Pada Vinayajana Sarita. So both purify. How do they purify? Anushravam Sutibhir Anghrijam Angasangai. So the first one, it purifies by hearing through the ears. Anushravam. And Anushravam means that you hear it in Parampara. Anushravan, just like Anushasana. So Anushravam here means Katha, which you hear, and by you hear by Shruti, by the ears. And the other one is Angasangai, that you dip, you go to the Ganga river and take a dip in that. So this Tirthadvayam upsprashanti. So these are the 2 tirthas. So Sansar Visvrukshasya Dvayeva Rasvat Phale. Then there are 2 fruits of this poisonous tree. One of them is Sadhu Sangha, there is Kathamrit. Sangati Sujanaisa. Kavyamrit Rasa Swada. Sangati Sujanaisa. So here Kavyamrit Rasa Swada and Sangati is one, and the other one is Ganga. So Ganga, Gita, these are purifying. Ganga, Gita and Govind and Go. So Yadyapi Tvamevam Aliptas Tathapi Tab Lilamritam Charanamritam Cha Sansar Bandhat Lokan Mochayati Eva Ityahu. So Sri Vishnu Chakravarti says that although you are not implicated here in this material world as it was described in the previous verse, but you are Lilamrita and Charanamrita. So the Amrita in the form of your pastimes, hearing that, and Charanamrita is Ganga river. So they liberate people from the bondage of material world. That is the meaning of Vibhavya. So Vibhu means capable. Vibhu is used for somebody who is capable of doing something. Vibhu, Prabhu. So Samartha, therefore it says that they are Samartha. Kena prakarena, how are they capable? Anushravam. So Gurur Charanat Amritam Anushruyante iti Anusrava Puranadya. So hearing is the very important thing. So anything, people do anything in any field, it begins with hearing. And hearing from the right source, then you get proper understanding. So therefore he says Anusravam means Gurur Charanam Anushruyante. So tab Amrit Rupaya Katha Sthaeva Udvaha Punya Nadya. So this Katha stories which are in the form of Amrita, they are the pious rivers. So this river Ganga or Charanamrita is this compared with Amrita. Amrita nobody has seen. Nobody has any experience of what is Amrita. But everybody hears about it. Right? Generally when you give some example, so you give example which is Lokikanam Parikshikanam Yatra Samya Buddhis, which is understood by the people in general and the person who is explaining. So where they have common understanding, that is the example. But here example is which everybody has heard Amrita, at least in India, but nobody has seen it. So it's some imagination that there is Amrita in heaven and it's very tasty, and if you drink it you become young and rejuvenated. So it's a tonic, and Devatas they drink it. So that word is used here, that this is Amrit Rupi Katha.
Babaji, here in the main verse he's telling Shamalani Hantum, and then he is using Shuchishar.
No, Samalani Hantum Vibhavya.
Oh.
It's the very beginning, first word. They're capable.
Okay, got it.
So, Padavnej Sarito Gangasya. And Padavnejan means to wash.
How this Punya Nadya is going with Padavnej Saroja or Udvaha Punya?
Udvaha. Padavnej Sarita is Ganga. It's not too much. Katha is compared with a river.
Which is जो पुण्य का उद्वाहन कर रही है.
Flowing. So Samlani, Avidya, Malinyani. So there are two types of impurities. Shamala means impurity. So there is internal impurity and external impurity. External impurity you clean by taking dip in water. Internal impurity by hearing katha. So therefore those two exist. Hantum vibhavya samartha. Kena prakarena. How are they capable of doing it? So it says anushravam gurur charnam anushriyante iti anushrava. Anushrava is generally word used for also Veda, because guru charnam purvak shravanam. Veda was heard, it was not written down. But here anushrava he says is used for Purana also, because these kathas are not Vedic, they are coming from the Purana. Therefore it says iti anushrava Puranadya. Tatra bhavam lilam mritam tirtham. So which is found in these Puranas, that is anushrava. So that is the lilamrita. And shruti, the word shruti has a different meaning. Shruti is also used for the Vedas. Shruti also means ears. So Sravanendriya is also called shruti. So that's what it is. Sravanendriya and Angrejam tirtham cha angasangai. And the tirtha, the holy water which came out from the foot wash of Krishna, that you utilize by using your body or cleaning your body. Evam suchi shadaha suddha chesta jana tirthadvayam upsprashanti adhikam sevanti. So in this way he says that those who are pure-hearted or whose activities are pure, they take advantage of this excessively. Upa is used here in the adhikartha. Upa is also used in hinartha, but here it is used in the sense of adhika. So this was the end of the prayer. Badrayani Ruvacha, Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, Iti abhistoya vibudhaihi sesham satadhriti harim abhyabhashata govindam pranambyam barashritaha. So after glorifying Krishna in this way, Govinda, or by along with the Devas, along with Shiva, Satadhriti, Brahma, then he bowed down. So Brahma was the chief among them. The Devas came along with him. Shiva was there, Indra, and all other Devas. So the prayers are written as if only Brahma was speaking, because he is the primary, he is the chief among them. So then he bowed down to him, and then he went into the sky. So Devatas, they're just saying that Devas, they don't touch the ground. They stay above. So all this time they came down, but now they go up. So therefore it says Ambaram Ashrita. So he went up in the sky and then he spoke to him. So this is what Brahma is saying. So first praise and then he speaks. Brahma Vacha, Brahma said, Bhumer Bhara Avataraya Pura Vigyapitaha Prabho Tvamasma Bhira Sheshatman Tattatheva Upaditam. So he says that, O Prabhu, O Master, O Lord, earlier we have requested you to remove the burden of earth. So Tvam Asmabhi, you were prayed by us, and you have performed that act. Means you have fulfilled our request. So Sri Vishnath Chakrata says, Nanu yusmabhi kshirodashayi eva vigyapita nattu aham tatraha sheshatman. So one question is raised by Krishna, that why are you saying that you approached me and asked me to remove the burden of earth? You did not come to me, because we read this in the first chapter of 10th canto. So Brahma went to Kshirodakshai Vishnu, because that's where he reports. Brahma reports to Kshirodakshai Vishnu. All other devas, they report to Brahma. Any problem, they go to Brahma. So why are you saying that you approached me to relieve the burden of earth? So that is answered by him in the word Asheshatman, that you are the Atma of everybody, or in other words, everybody is inside you. So if I speak to you, I also speak to Kshirodakshai Vishnu. So therefore it says that Natu Tatraha Sheshatman He Sarva Avatarata Avatari Swarupa. So you are the avatari of all the avatars, you are the source of all avatars. All avatars are contained in you. Tasyapi Swarupatvat iti artha. So therefore you are also his Swarupa. So many times Krishna speaks, like he says, Sarvasya Chaham Hridi Sannivishta Matta Smritir. I'm in everybody's heart. Is Krishna in everybody's heart? No, he is not. It's Paramatma who is in everybody's heart, not Krishna. But because Paramatma is also his Swarupa, so he can speak like that. So it works other way around also. What you want to speak to Paramatma, you can speak to him. Dharmascha sthapitah satsu satyasandhesu vai tvaya kirtisya dikshu vikshipta sarvalokamaalapaha. So Brahma is saying that you have established dharma, and among the saintly people and those who follow the path of truthfulness, Satya Sandhesu. And your fame has spread in all directions, which takes away the impurity of everyone, Sarvalokamalapaha. So he is basically counting the activities. Vikshipta, Vistarita. Vikshipta means spread. Avtirya yadurvanse bibhrad rupam anuttamam karmani uddam vrittani hitaya jagato kritaha. So you appeared in the dynasty of Yadu, and he manifested this most beautiful form, and he performed wonderful activities for the welfare of the world. So he's reciting his actions. There is no commentary on this. Yaduvansev tirnasya bhavatah purushottama saracchatam vyatiyaya panchavinshadhikam prabhu. So now he says that you have completed 125 years. So Krishna, he lived for 125 years. So it says that, okay, one sloka is missing. Yani te charitani isha manushya sadhava kalau shrinvanta kirtyantascha tarishyanti anjasatama. So your activities which you have performed, the people here in Kali Yuga, if they hear or they recite them, then they will easily cross over the darkness of the material world. So this is one of the benefits which he has given for people who were not present when he was personally there. For the posterity, he has left his Kathamrita, as was described earlier also. So therefore he says Charitani. So these stories, they educate us. We have to understand the meaning behind them, and that's how they purify. Then he says, Yaduvansya avtirnasya bhavata purushottama. He says that, O Purushottama, you have appeared here in Yaduvansa and Saratchatam Vyatiyaya. You have completed 125 years. That's a lot of time. 125. Sometimes you think people living 10,000 years. 125 itself looks big. So nadhuna te khiladhara deva karya visheshitam kulam cha viprashapena nashtaprayam abhudidam. So Brahma is reminding him that now there is no more work for you. So there is no need for you to exist here. So what was Brahma's problem? He could have stayed more time. So Brahma says no. He says now there is no more activity. You are the support of everything. Nadhunate akhiladhara dev karya visheshitam. Because he came to fulfill the desire of the devas. Devas were being troubled by asuras. So he came. And then he says that your family is almost destroyed by the curse of the sages. So why do you want to be here now? So tatah swadhama paramam vishashva yadi manyase salokan lokpalan pahi vaikuntha kinkaran. So he says, therefore, since your job is accomplished and your family members almost finished, so please enter into your abode. And if you think it is appropriate, he's not ordering him, he puts yadi manyase. And you please protect us who are the servants of Vaikuntha, Lokan, Lokpalan. So, na dev karya avsheshitam, dev karyasya avshesho nasti adhuna ityartha. So, there is no work for the devas. Nast prayam antarhit prayam nasher adarsanarthatvat. So when he says that your dynasty is almost destroyed, nasta does not mean destruction. Nas dhatu, its meaning is adarshan, nash adarsane. Means becoming unmanifest or invisible. So this is what will happen, as will be described further down, that all this fight which happened in the family members, this was to disappear from here. So just a pretext to make them unmanifest. So that's why he glosses the word nashta as adarsana. Swadham prapancha gochari bhutam dvarakayaha prakas vishesham Krishna swarupena pravisha. So that is another, sometimes one or two words they actually hint at some important meaning. Generally we read and we may not pay attention to that. So here he is saying that you enter into your abode. So he did not say that you go to your abode or you go up or anything like that. He says pravishasva. So therefore Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he gives the comment that it means you enter into the Dwaraka, which is not visible to people. So there is Dwaraka which became visible to everybody, and then there is invisible. So there is Vyakta and Avyakta, manifest and unmanifest. So he was in the manifest Dwaraka. And then he says that you enter into the unmanifest prakat and aprakat. So this is an important concept to be understood, because then only we understand how he is eternal, that his pastimes are in two ways. Sometimes they are prakat or visible to people of this world, and other times they are not visible. So he just puts a curtain, Yoga Maya Samavrita. So people cannot see him because they get covered by his Maya. And when he wants to show his pastimes, he removes that Maya. And Maya has got different layers or percentages. So therefore different people see him in different ways. So now he wants that it should be completely closed. So this is the Prakash Vishesh. This theory of Prakash is very important also. There are various Prakashas, or what can be the word in English? Various manifestations of the same thing. Just like if you put two mirrors facing each other and somebody stands in between them, then how many reflections will be there? So those are the Prakasha. So like that Krishna has so many Prakashas, but they are not just reflections. He is real, but he is one. Just as you have so many reflections in the mirror, parallel mirrors, but you are only one. All of them is you only. So this is how Prakasha is. Prakasha does not mean that there are many avatars. This is the difference between avatara and Prakasha. Avatara has a different identity, different ego, all those not completely different. But Prakashas don't have that. It's only one. So therefore the Dham also has similarly. So it's not only that the associates or Bhagavan, but everybody, even including Dham. So therefore when you see the description of Vrindavan or Goloka in different Puranas, so they are of different types. Brahma Samhita is describing in one way, Bhāgavatam is describing in another way. So there the gopis are described as Lakshmi. Lakshmi Shastra Sat Sambram Sevyamanam. Govinda Madi person. He is Govinda, but he is with Lakshmi. Means it is more Aishwarya type. And this, what is described here in Bhāgavatam, is no Aishwarya, complete Madhurya. So that means even Goloka has got various levels, not just same, exactly same Prakasha, but some variety. As Krishna manifested various forms with different gopis, so that means he is not exactly the same, he is according to the mood of that gopi, reciprocating accordingly. So like that the Dham or the abode also manifests in different ways. Otherwise it seems like one Purana says one thing, another says another thing. So he says Prakasa Vishesham Krishna Swarupena Pravisha, that you enter into that specific Prakasha of Dwarka in form of Krishna.
This Dwarka is talking about this warm Dwarka or the one there, or can be taken both?
वो ऊपर नीचे क्या होता है? What is that?
Can be taken for both.
Yeah, that's the meaning of Prakash Vishesh. Dwarka hai Prakash Vishesh. So, Vaikuntha Sveta Dvipadikam tu Naranadi Swarupena Sarvan Samadaya Avtirnatvat. So Vaikuntha, Svetadvipa, these are also different forms of Narayana, etc. existing there. So they all came. So now when it is said that Krishna went up, the chariot came, here he is saying you enter inside, but there is later described that a chariot came, he went up. Then he has 4 hands. So that means those who are in him, they are coming out, they go. So one original one remain here, others go to their abode because they entered into him or they also became manifest. So it says Sarvansam Adaya Avatirnatvat. So when he became manifest, then all the amsas were also inside him. So this is described in much detail in Krishna Sandarbha by Jiva Goswami, where he gives the story of the stealing of the helmet of Vishnu. Vishnu's helmet was stolen when he was sleeping. So there are thieves in Vaikuntha also. So then he asked Garuda to search. So he went around, he got it. But when he came back, Vishnu was not there. So he came down to Dwarka and gave it to Krishna. So this shows that Vishnu has come inside him. That's why I gave the helmet to him.
Babaji, one concept I was struggling with is, while Krishna is present here, all the avatars are present with him. And at particular times they have particular manifestations even here. Now my point is, if the Dwarka people are having the samskaras of all this, they carry this back into Aprakata. There, but at that time these avatars are not there, no?
So what samskara they have in Prakata?
No, I mean if he shows 4 hands, I mean that is one, but he has shown 4 hands multiple times.
He shows 4 hands there also. So what problem?
Yeah, okay, so similar kind of samskaras are, I mean similar kind of expressions are there still.
Yeah. Sanskara don't go away easily. Just remember that. And they have spiritual samskara. At least materially can wash away. Spiritual permanent. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. So now Krishna is replying to what Brahma has said. So generally there are always stories like this. When avatar is there, then when it is time for him to leave, then somebody will come and inform. In case of Lord Ramchandra also, Yamaraj came, told that you have to go now. In case of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, who was that Advaitacharya? He sent some tarja, you know that? Sent a riddle, which meant that now you can pack and go, which only he understood. So Sri Bhagavan Vacha Avdharitam etan me yadatha vibudeshvara kritam va karyam akhilam bhumer bharo avtaritah. So he says that, O Vibudeshvara, O chief of the Devas, what you have spoken, I have understood that. And I have performed all your work, Vakritam va karyam akhilam, and I have removed the burden of earth. Vijayadhwas Tirtha says that he stayed for 2 years after that. I don't know from where he got it, but he says, Kinchit kala sthiti apekshaya tatkritva jhatiti swadham praveshtayam iti ashina. He says, Samvatsar dvayam chaiva paschat sthitva janardana abhipede param sthanam chaturmas adhikam punar. For 2 more years and 4 months he went, so it is from some Purana. Tadidam Yadav Kulam Virya Shaurya Shirodhatam Lokam Jigrikshadruddham Me Velya Eva Maharanava. So this is Sri Krishna speaking. So he has another concern which he wants to solve before he leaves. So he says that this Yadav Kula, this dynasty of the Yadavas, he says this is very much powerful in physical strength, mental strength, virya, shaurya, opulence, and they are uddhatam. So uddhat is also used for person who is like unruly. It's called uddhat, dhiroddat. Right? Dhiroddat is who is a gentle person. Dhir prashant, dhir lalit and dhiroddat. So he is calling him as virya, shaurya, shriya, uddhatam. So uddhatam comes from hatam. Uddhatam, beyond killing. So they have their pride that they are in the dynasty of Krishna. So that is also a problem. So what is the problem? Lokam jigrikshat. He says they, as if they are ready to swallow the people or universe. There's so much power. But ruddham me velya eva maharnava. But I am holding them. I am here, so I am not allowing them to act improperly or rudely. Just like Maharanav is contained by the Vela, cool beach. So like that I am holding them, which means that if I leave and leave them behind, then they will be enough to smash everybody, because no one can overpower them. They are so strong. So I have to think about that also. So viryam balishtatvam. Virya means physical strength. Shauryam yuddha utsaha. And shaurya means enthusiasm for battle. So kshatriyas have this very vigor for fighting. There is a kavya here, generally in North India, especially UP, Madhya Pradesh, it is called Alha. Have you heard of Alha? Alha Udal? So there is one statement in that which you hear, you will be shocked. He says that, what is that? 12 वर्ष तक कुकर जीवे, 14 वर्ष तक जीवे श्यार, और 20 वर्ष तक छत्री जीवे, आगे जीने को धिक्कार. So they say that this is how they will talk when they are going to fight. He says a dog lives for 12 years, jackal lives for 14 years, kshatriya lives for 20 years. If he lives more than 20, it is shame on him. So because they have so much utsaha for fighting, like a businessman has so much enthusiasm to make money, and Brahmana is very happy when he is invited for some feast to do yajna. So Kshatriya is very happy when he gets an opportunity to fight. That's what Krishna was saying in Bhagavad Gita, that Sargadwaram apavritam labhante yuddham idrisham sukhna kshatriya partha labhante yuddham idrisham. He says those Kshatriyas, they are very happy when they get an opportunity like this to fight. Somebody was asking, this is a dharma yuddha. So this is like Kshatriyas are looking for an opportunity. They don't care if they get killed. but they get opportunity to fight and show their valor, that is enough for them. They don't want to live without fighting. If they just live and they never fought in any battle, then people will ask, so what is your achievement? Like in the CV you write your achievement. So what is your achievement? It's just like you claim to be a great, say now, soccer player or tennis player or cricket player. So if you are a great cricket player, how many runs have you made? How many competitions, matches have you played? He says, no, I never played any match. So then what kind of a great cricketer are you? So the Kshatriyas are like that. So that's why he says that this is Yuddha Utsaha. It's actually difficult for common people to understand what a Kshatriya mentality is. They don't understand now. It's a complete different mindset. They are not attached to anything else. Their greatest attachment is this very big Maha-ego. They have, others may have ego, they have Maha-ego. Very big one. So they are ready to fight for small thing. If you want to see it, you can, there are recitations of this Allah. You can see it. The way they recite it, that also excites you to fight. Tayo Shriya Sampatya Uddhatam. So they are Uddhata. They are very much, fired up by this physical strength and enthusiasm for fight. Hananad Udgatam Avadhyam. So Uddhata, he says that they are beyond killing. Means they think they cannot be killed by anybody. Because they are Krishna's family member, who can kill them? So that is the meaning he is taking from Uddhata. Lokam jigrikshat anantatvad vyaptum ichat maya achintya shaktina dvarkayem ruddham. So they are ready to swallow the whole world because they are unlimited. There's, how many teachers they had? Few lakh teachers for the children. So that was the family. So he says, by my Achintya Shakti, I am containing them in Dwarka only. That's why Krishna built Dwarka inside the ocean, keep them separate, so they don't have chance to wander here and there. There is no means to go there, so they stay there only. Sarvabhuloke api matum aparyaptam. So he says that matum, is it matum or something? Sometimes the readings are sarvabhuloke api paryaptam. Matum can also mean to limit. Matum paryaptam. Paryaptam balam tu te desham. Balam bhima virakshitam. Paryapta word has double meaning. Means they are unlimited, basically, that's what he's saying. Yadi ashanghita driptanam yadunam vipulam kulam gantasmyanena lokoyam udvelena vinakshati. So he says, if I do not, finish them up, basically. If I do not make them disappear, then all these yadus who are very dripta, very full of proud, and vipulam, and they are very big, and if I go, then this world will be destroyed by them because they have so much strength, so much power. So therefore he says, I have to make arrangement for them before I leave. Driptanam mamakatvena dhrita ahankaranam. So dripta means pride. So they have pride. What is their pride? That we belong to Krishna. If you have some very powerful king and you are related to that, then you also become that I belong to that. Who are you? So he says mamakatvena, and they have this ahankara that they are mine. Udvelena atikranta maryada samudropamena. So udvelena means, vela means beach, udvela means like the ocean has gone beyond the beach. So they will become like that. Means they will come to the earth, they will fight with everybody. Loker bhuloka yadapi mat parijananam esham param dharmikanam yadhunam bharam prithvi bharam namanyate tadapi tasya swamina maya ayam bharo avatarniya eva sukamarya vanitaya ati bahutar bhushan bharo yatha tat kante na avtaryate tatha yadapi spraniya vastuno bharasu saheva tadapi अति भारस्तु न सुसहो यथा कस्मात् प्राप्तोपि कनक राशि भारो गृध्नुनापि वणिजा दुर्वहेव धृतरचरणोभ्याश्चलद गौरिति व्यासवर्णात् तद्भारोपि पृथिव्या दुष्वहेव तिष्ठ. Okay, so that was Matum only earlier. So he says that he is giving a nice explanation. So he says that since they are my relatives and they are very dharmic people, they are not adharmic. So therefore earth is not going to feel burdened by them. Earth feels burdened by people who are adharmic, asuric nature. Yet he says that tadapi tasya swamina maya ayam bharo avatarniya. Still he says, because I am the master of earth, so it is my duty to remove this burden also. Although earth is not considering it as a burden, but still I have to remove it. Then he gives an example for this. It's a very nice example. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is very poetic. So he says, suppose there is a Vanita, beautiful girl, and beautiful people are also very tender. They have very tender limbs. So she has a lot of ornaments, Bahutar Abhushan. So now ornaments are not a burden, but still if there are too much ornament, then that also is like a burden after some time. Now you don't see it, but in the olden time we have seen ladies used to wear so much, 2-3 kg. Yes, they will have thick ones here, on the feet, this thick, and in the neck, on the head, belt, all types of ornament. Then of course ears, and sometimes not 2 but 4. Then the nose ring. It's like the body is no space left. So he says, if somebody is a Sukumari Vanita, very tender limbed young girl, and she has too many ornaments, then the husband removes them. The lover, tatkantena avtaryate, that you are burdened by this, you are wearing this to look beautiful and please me, I am pleased. Don't take so much trouble for that. So tatha yadyapi spraniya vastuno bharasu saheva tadapi ati bharastu nasasu. So he says that although objects which are desirable, and if you get them, then you tolerate them, but they also become burden after some time. like that Midas, King Midas, that whatever he touched becomes gold. So his kurta also became gold. Dhoti also became gold. So now after some time it becomes burden. It's heavy. So he says, Yatha akasmat praptopi kanik rasi bharo gridhanu. Somebody who is very much after gold, suddenly he finds a lot of gold. Suppose he get 30 kg of gold somewhere, he was so happy. But now he has to carry it. After half an hour he says, oh, my back is breaking. So he may also like to put it down. So he says the Yadus are like that. They are dharmic, they are desirable, but there are too many. So Vanija Durvaheva Dhrita Rath Charanobhya Achalat Gauriti Vyasa Varna just is described that when Krishna he got angry and at Bhishma because he was shooting arrows at Arjuna. So he jumped from the chariot, he took the broken wheel and he ran towards Krishna, towards Bhishma to kill him. So at that time the earth started trembling. So he is referring to that. So he says although Krishna is not a burden for earth, but at that time she also felt burdened by him. So Prithivya Dusaheva Drishtaiti. So he says that these people are like that. Idanim nasha arabdha kulasya dushapte yashami bhavanam brahman etante tavanaka. So therefore he says that now the destruction of this dynasty has begun because of the curse of the Brahmanas. And when it is finished, then only I will go to my bhavan. This is Krishna who is replying. So Nasho Adarshanam, Nasa means becoming invisible. Nigudhaya Dwarkayam Praveshnam means entering into Dwarka, because the word bhavan is used there, which is hidden. Etasya praveshnasya ante tav bhavanam vikuntha sutrupena yasyami tutaparigam vakuntham yasyaniti sandarbha. So Jiva Goswami writes that after that, once he enters his own abode, then Lord Vakuntha, the son of Vakuntha, he will go up. So that's also described in Bhāgavatam in the 400 form. So I'll stop here.
Last commentary, this word Dhrita Charana Ubhyayat Chalat Gur, what is the vicheda of this? Dhrit Rath Charan.
Abhyagat means he went, he ran.
Abhyayat. And then Chalat Gur.
Go means earth. It was shaking. Anything else? Okay.